In this, it's Detroit, Michigan, 1970. You were just going to be competing in a drag race when all of a sudden you hear a low rumbling sound. It didn't even sound like a predator, it sounded something different. It was a muscle car. A ghostly black car appears out of nowhere, challenging other drivers. And once the race began, the challenger took off and it disappeared into the darkness. No shape was ever recognized. Nobody even saw the license plate. The only thing that they did see were the fading red tail lights. This is the story of Michigan's most iconic street racer that became a legend, not just by any names. He didn't even go. Where would he be? He disappeared like a phantom, straight from the shadows, like he was Batman or something like that. This is the story of the Black Ghost. So, what exactly is the Black Ghost? The Black Ghost is a phantom black 1970 Dodge Challenger RT, particularly powered by the legendary 426 Hemi V8 power plant, producing 500 horsepower. This massive power plant can do 0 to 60 in just about 9 seconds flat. This legendary muscle car wasn't just legendary for its driver, it was a legend in street racing culture. The story of the Black Ghost say that many people had seen a ghostly black muscle car appear in the shadows of nowhere. It would appear to race other drivers and then it would disappear immediately. No one really notices what the car looks like. No one even seen the license plate. No one even saw the driver. Some people say that this car was all blacked out with a gator rag top finish. This ghostly black car was owned by a former Michigan cop known as Godfrey Qualls, who used to be a former street veteran at that time. And guess what? He was the Black Ghost. But why? Why would the cop even street race in a car that, even though it was technically illegal in the 1970s to actually do street racing, even though it should be? Well, here's the thing. The story of the Black Ghost was simple. A black Dodge Challenger would appear out of nowhere, challenging other drivers to race it. But they thought wrong. This muscle car was built factory stock. In fact, one of the weirdest of all things is that many people only saw two things in one car: a white race stripe planted on the back of the trunk and two red tail lights. No one even saw the rest of the car because the car was all black, because it was called the Black Ghost. A ghost tainted in black coloring would soon disappear into the darkness without a trace. No mystery, no nothing. The legendary Ghost Challenger would appear out of nowhere, and yet when it does, it would race other people until it vanished. No one has ever seen Godfrey Qualls go that fast. Some people say that he was a street racer, but others say he was really a veteran police officer working for Detroit. The mystery behind the ghostly black Dodge Challenger led to a mystery that never goes unquestioned. It doesn't go unexplained. It just shows up unexpectedly. What drivers mostly experienced was not just a mere professional. They were witnessing an icon, a legend, a myth that doesn't need any fame, doesn't need any trophies, it doesn't need to talk. It just needs to show up and it will do the rest. And that's it. The Challenger disappeared. Godfrey Qualls may be a cop, but he was also a driver. Not because he was just fast, he was thinking smart. Sometimes other races would even spot a black Dodge Challenger similar to the era, which is the one that they seen in the 1970s. The 1970 Dodge Challenger SE RT model was used as the primary basis of the Black Ghost. The infamy behind the Black Ghost Dodge Challenger wasn't just a local myth, it was a legend. The legendary story of this black car would soon gave to a prominent feeling that Dodge had the one thing in common. They decided to release a 2014 version of the Dodge Challenger RT, namely the Black Ghost Edition. This would later attribute to the famous racer in the Black Dodge Challenger, Godfrey Qualls, to become not just an icon, not just a famous racer that did do all of its quirks. The Dodge Challenger Black Ghost Edition was a tribute to Godfrey Qualls' nighttime street racing events. Even though he was just a cop, many people still claim him to be just a normal street cop working on a different side, and that is street racing. The legendary story behind this black car wasn't just fake, it was real. The real story behind Black Ghost wasn't just an urban legend, it was a real life car. A real life 1970 black Hemi Dodge Challenger appearing out of nowhere, wanting to race, wanting nothing more. It just wants to be there and enjoy what's left of life. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you go comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video.